Welcome back, guys. We've managed to locate all of our players for this upcoming match. How about that? Seems like Massan doesn't get a free pass to the grand final. He'll actually have to beat Thijs, which may not be the easiest thing. These players haven't played before. Again, I apologize for the delay, but we should be getting going here in just a few minutes. Just to recap what each of them have. You've all seen Massan's deck quite a few times now. He has the Shaman, Warlock, Warrior, Rogue, and Thijs has the Hunter, Warrior, Warlock, Shaman. Massan banned Shaman, going with the Kolento way of things, it seems, and Thijs banned Massan's Warlock. And what do you think? Would he still have banned Warlock if he
very
saw the last
interesting.
match?
It's very interesting that Thijs is running the exact same lineup of Kolento, but this time around Massan decided to bind Shaman instead of the Warlock. So I wonder what made him switch his mind here.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think the Warlock ban in Massan's position is pretty valid. I mean, I don't think any of his decks are really that good against Handlock. Like his Shaman is the old
Yeah,
control style, and
that,
then
that that's why I'm really surprised by him banning Shaman instead of Warlock here. I think that he really needs to ban that Warlock because that Warlock is good against his Warrior and his Rogue.
I actually think that Warlock is good against his Shaman deck. I mean, the old classic Shaman, like without that burst, you usually just lose to a wall of giants.
Yeah, it's definitely a fair matchup, but I wouldn't say that the handlock is favored by any means. It's like maybe slightly in favor of the shaman, slightly, but still
You
very
really think so?
Yeah, I do think so.
Yeah, if Shaman can win the early game, um, Shaman's heavily favored, but the longer the game goes, the handlock is more favored. I think is how the matchup goes.
What do you guys think they're going to open up with? We saw Massan. What did he? Hold on. What did he throw out last time? Did he throw
Uh,
the?
was was it the shaman? No,
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 his
it
Shaman was
was the
banned.
warrior, right?
Threw Warrior into Shaman and lost badly.
Yeah. So now that Masan banned the shaman, I think that
You just throw Warrior back in. I mean, you got
uh,
Hunter, Warrior, or Warlock.
I think that he's gonna start with handlock here, because
Hmm.
I think he does I don't think he expects Thijs to start with hunter. So you might just throw your warlock out there, try to get a free win before the hunter hits it.
I
That's what
guess
I
I can
think.
see that.
Yeah.
But
But
is it really a free win?
it's of course it isn't a free win. But it's
It's really only a free win if I mean a free-ish win if Thijs picks Warrior.
Yeah, that's what I meant by trying to get a free win. The Warlock mirror is very coin flippish, depending on who actually gets the coin, has a big advantage in that matchup. But Handlock versus Handlock is though one of those matchup that actually requires a lot of skill because the game usually goes on for a very long while, and
Yeah.
the longer the game goes on, the more decisions you can fail or succeed at. So
Hmm.
it's one of my favorite matchups actually.
I actually really feel that Warrior is going to be Massan's opening class.
Yeah, it's very possible. Very possible.
As for
Thijs,
Thijs
Thijs
banning
banned.
Warlock,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, right. Thijs banned Warlock. Oh, that's right. He can't play Warlock. Yeah. So then I guess Warrior. Yeah. Yeah, I completely forgot that actually.
I kind of missed that too.
But we're
I'm,
about to
I'm a bit
find
sleepy.
out.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking back, and Thijs and Massan have each only lost one game. And to be fair, Colento's in the same spot. It's
Yeah.
just that as you go through the tournament, the games that you lose are more and more important.
For sure. Yeah, the group stages are not that important as long as you get through. Um, However, losing in the winners final is it's not the end of the world in this kind of tournament setting where you don't actually get any advantages from going to the grand finals without dropping down to the losers bracket compared to maybe some other tournaments.
I'm hearing that they're having some issues being able to start a match against each other. Seems like a technical thing. I have encountered
Are
this a few
are
times.
they on the same server?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
all the players are playing on the European server right now. I actually see the accept screen there. So
There we go.
I think just restarting their clients fixed whatever problem there happened to be there. How about that though? Golden Druid.
Golden Druid.
It sounds like a lot of work, bro.
Yeah.
It's not Hunter. It's not Zoo.
Well, we're getting into the match. I think this is Massan's screen that we're actually seeing right now, picking Warrior. Oh, well, I guess
Warrior
it
Mirror.
would be whichever.
Huh.
I don't
about-
know if I don't know.
Whoa. He actually kept the Sylvanas without coin? Wow. I can't agree with this decision.
This is Spice's POV that we're seeing, and we do see Harrison in Massan's hand.
Yeah.
I actually totally agree with keeping the Sylvanas.
Really? Like,
Yeah, it's
in
Warrior
Warrior
versus
Mirror, you
Warrior.
really want those early minions like Acolytes and Armorsmith to pressure your opponent, Cruels to buff your Acolytes, and I mean, Sylvanas without the coin is just way too late game, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
This is a matchup that's going to go to late game anyway, though, and it's like the card that swings. What?
I feel like Massan has the more legendary in his deck. And
Yeah.
Yeah. So if he has more legendaries, he can. If he knows his opponent has more legendaries than him, he can afford to keep one of his high impact legendaries. Because if he doesn't have that many himself, he might need one to secure the game here.
Yeah, Thijs is running Unstable Ghouls and Whirlwind, which is like one of those, it's like to counter Hunters. It's not really that good in the mirror because Whirlwind will just like proc Acolytes, Armorsmith or whatever.
Yeah.
So I do believe that Massan has an advantage coming into this mirror with his deck.
I mean, you know, if you really consider how a Control Warrior deck is built, you only have like 2 or 3 cards that vary, and if you fill those 2 or 3 spots with Whirlwinds versus like
High-end legendary.
yeah,
Ysera.
Geddon and Ysera, then I mean, you know who's going to win on average, but you know, it is also going to be a very slow match, and as we mentioned, probably quite similar to Handlock with a lot of decisions being made as the game unfolds.
Yeah, for sure. And finally, I think we're gonna see that Sylvanas that he saved. I mean, there's no better time than the present, right?
I think my stream is actually frozen. I don't see any Sylvanas right now.
Mine just came back.
Yeah. I mean, he has the option of. No, I actually don't see. No, I don't see any good other plays here that he can make than dropping the Sylvanas, and he is gonna drop the Sylvanas. Looks like, yeah. And this is gonna force his opponent. We can't actually. I don't think we can see Massan's hand right now. I think the overlay is a bit bugged. But from what I remember, it does not have a silence right now. Oh, but it does. It did pick up a silence the turn before this one. So he got that silence now. I'm very surprised he did not use that right now. Oh, but that shield block.
The stream that I'm seeing is very in and out right now.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
do
so-
see Sylvanas on board, turn 7, Thijs' hand. There's
Yeah.
a lot of stuff that I missed while I was trying
Yeah,
to
but
get that to work.
but you're up to
Yeah.
live, I think. Yeah.
We see Sylvanas in both hands now. We also see the silence.
So he's actually gonna cruel his own. I'm not exactly sure what he's looking for here, but
Let none survive.
maybe he just wants to draw some cards. Dream freezing up on me right now. Are you having the same problem, Crip?
Yep.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh. Seems to be some technical difficulties with Thijs stream.
Well, just from seeing the board, we know that Sylvanas is likely not to pick up anything against the Belcher and Acolyte, at least.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I see some things happening. In fact, Sylvanas did mind control absolutely nothing, so Thijs keeping Sylvanas ended up just being a 5/5 body, which is very disappointing.
Yeah. For sure.
We also see a big game in Massan's hand. I don't know if that's standard, but I have seen it in most warrior decks recently.
Yeah, big game. Massan decided not to ban Warlock this time around. He banned Shaman, so that big game hunter is actually gonna play a huge role against Handlock if he happens to beat Thijs deck here.
What do you think of Ooze versus Harrison? I feel like his hand isn't very good, and drawing with Harrison seems like a pretty good plan.
I think that he wants to save the Harrison for a bigger weapon. Yeah, exactly, like the Death Spite. But you rarely get that.
Yeah.
Because most warrior players knows how to play around Harrison nowadays.
Now, I wasn't sure that Harrison wasn't Thijs' deck, but I mean, if you're part of the tournament, if you're Massan, you probably know that is the case.
Yeah, he's seen it for sure. He knows that Harrison is in that deck. He also probably knew that there was an Ooze there as well. This deck is like built to counter Hunter. Like you can see that in the Ooze, the Whirlwind, the Unstable Ghouls. Like it's not gonna match up good here in this mirror. I think Massan definitely.
It's not doing too bad right now, but the game is far from being won by either player at this point.
Yeah. So let's
It's
see
doing
here.
some pressure on Massan, though, to be fair.
I wonder if we're gonna see that Sludge Belcher or that Lothab. It's gonna be the Sludge Belcher, and I kind of agree with that. So let's see what he picks up here.
One Death Spite of his own.
So how do you make this trade here?
Actually, I think you can clear with Whirlwind.
Yeah.
Wait, can you?
If you slam that, you run your Ooze into that.
Yeah.
You run.
Yeah,
I mean,
you can clear with Whirlwind.
Yeah,
it's,
you can.
No,
yeah.
it's not Harrison. It's
Yeah.
Slam, and then the Ooze attacks,
Yeah,
and then the 2/2. Yeah. So it becomes 1 health. Then you suicide the Armorsmith, then you Whirlwind the board, and Sylvanas gets nothing.
Yeah. So this was definitely a bit of a misplay here. Maybe he valued the armor more, but he's gonna steal Harrison if he does that now.
Yeah. I mean, Whirlwind is just the garbage card in this matchup. I'm actually very surprised we didn't see that.
Yeah, for sure. He's just gonna leave it there, force him to trade into the Harrison.
Yeah, but what's the point of that?
Let none
Yeah.
survive.
He doesn't need to trade to Harrison, he just attacks and cruel tasks now.
Let none survive.
Ooh, that Gromash. Okay, so he's gonna steal the 5/3 here. I'm very surprised that he didn't loath up there instead of armoring up. Create more pressure on the board now that he got that loath Gromage. Thinking about playing the Acolyte, but he's thinking about the possibility of a brawl from his opponent, then I would probably have played the Acolyte anyway.
I think I like the Acolyte.
Yeah, because it's one of those cards that you can attack into a big creature and then use your executes with. You don't really need the...
You just don't have any of your own triggers, so I mean, it's pretty irrelevant right now.
Yeah.
Well, there's 2 Shield Slams in hand, you can deal with big stuff.
Hmm?
I feel
although
like,
I think that he's not gonna use them. I think he's just gonna use this Axe Charge and play the Armor Smith and Ghoul. Yeah. He wants to use that Shield Slam for bigger minions coming up. Like Rag.
Don't you think there's some merit to just playing out Rag? Like Shield Slam Rag?
There is, but at the same time, you haven't seen any executes, you haven't seen your opponent's BGH yet. You know that it's very likely for that Rag to get killed. And even if your opponent plays a Rag of his own, like he did now, and it hits your Rag without even using a removal on your Rag, it's really bad. And you don't have an answer for that Rag.
I don't even like Ragnaros there. I don't think I would have played him.
Yeah, I played that too fast, I think. I would take some time to think about that turn, for sure.
This seems like an easy Alex Strasza execute to me.
Yeah, really does. This is definitely Alex Strasza execute.
You don't have to execute here. You can slam, attack in, and then drop Ragnaros.
Yeah, what I meant by execute is shield slam. He doesn't
No, you
have
can
it.
slam.
yeah,
You can
yeah.
slam.
Shield
You don't have to
slam,
shield slam. You can slam the rag and just take 8.
Yeah, but it's very unlikely that you will get a lot of armor again then if he drops another big minion. I think you prefer using a shield slam here. Oh wow, it's going... Wow, why would you drop the rag instead of the Alex Strasza? I don't get this one. This makes no sense to me.
Well, I think this is the most pressure that you can apply.
Yeah, but it doesn't have any follow-up. I mean, if you had a Gromage and Whirlwind, I mean, I guess I could maybe get behind this, but playing the Alex Strasza first is actually dealing him more damage. It was at 22 life, right? Or 23 or whatever. So it was like the same amount of damage, except that you have your rag afterwards to deal even more damage. Now the Alex Strasza won't do anything but remove 3 health. That was a really weird play by Thijs.
I don't even know if you have the Strasza here.
Oh, now Alex Strasza is not even that good. I mean, imagine having Rag here instead and your opponent at 15 life. You would be in a way better spot.
That Acolyte is a real problem right now. I just don't know how he's gonna deal effectively with that. I mean, if you feed the opponent's Acolyte cards here, you're just gonna lose the game, I feel.
Yeah, I think Belcher here, for sure.
Yeah,
It's
but
the only play that makes sense.
Belcher is still weak, is what I was thinking. Yeah, Shield Slam and draw, so there you go.
Wow. Get some cards from that Acolyte.
Yep.
Ooh, and he picks up a War Axe to save that BGH. But we know that he has a Whirlwind in his hand.
Yeah, but do you use it?
Mm.
Yeah. You can't use the whirlwind. Give your
It's
opponent
another
that.
card.
Yeah.
Like, the average card in the Warriors deck is better than a 4/1.
Yeah,
Maybe
this
with the
is
silence draw now.
this is getting out of control here. Dice doesn't really have. He has a lot of armor and health, but that's about it. I mean, he has literally no good plays here, really.
He has about the same cards in the deck, which bodes really bad.
Yeah. Oh, slam, boys. I guess that's alright. You don't want to draw too many cards anyway, but you're kind of card starved, so I don't know.
Yeah, but you want to armor up, don't you? You want to get that armor?
The armor is actually not that significant.
No, but you need more. If you get more than the other warrior, you can't lose, right? You just
Oh
armor
yeah,
up.
that's how it works. Yeah, I forgot. Most armor wins. No, but I think that he needs to draw something big here. Lothab is actually a good draw here, but he can't use it if he wants to shield slam.
Looks like he wants a shield slam. I think he's actually considering using a whirlwind with the acolyte up because
Yeah, I think so too, because you
not
don't
that many
mind them
cards in each deck.
fatiguing. Yeah.
Kind of like Baron getting here. Just put out another guy and draw a card. Not the
Yeah,
worst.
it's fine. It's fine play.
You think you could silence your own acolyte?
You can for sure, but what does? I mean, there's got to be like something like a cairn that you can silence from your opponent,
Or maybe
right?
you just use brawl aggressively when you see one card on the opponent's board.
Probably.
If it fails shield slam.
Yeah.
Flip a coin.
What weapon is that? Is that a Fire War X? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's a wax.
So Lothab is not that bad here, but still hasn't seen a single execute yet, so he knows that that acolyte can trade and execute fairly easy. So yeah, this is the classic warrior, armor up every turn, pass. Counting his card, making sure he's not discarding anything important.
What do you think the reasoning is behind not just weaponing down the opponent's armor? Like using the Fiery War Axe to face, equipping Death Spite, swinging with Death Swipe, setting up an attack with Gromesh?
I think he realizes that as long as he saves his weapons for minions, he can, after he killed all of his opponent's minions, he can just play whatever minion and just win by having minions.
But
your
right
opponent
now
has-
they're in stalemate. Like at this rate, nobody
Yeah,
will win. I mean,
No one
okay,
will
someone
always
has to
win.
win, but
I
like-
mean, Massan knows that he has a great advantage here. He knows that he has more removals in his deck remaining. He knows that his opponent is not playing those Yusiras or really late game based minions, so he's just relaxing here, just poking away 2 armor at a time, the same amount of armor that Thijs is getting per turn.
mhm.
So he's not feeling too bad about the situation right now.
Dice almost has 60 life though.
Yeah, I mean, Massan is also at a very high life pool right now. He's at 35. And he has.
That's like half. That's measly.
Yeah, but keep in mind that he has weapons as well, so that's
Yeah.
a lot of damage that he can do if he feels like he needs to in the end. So,
They're both
Thijs-
counting cards the
yeah.
same way with the.
Thijs is trying to get a good brawl here, but Massan is not gonna play anything. He knows that he can nullify the Warrior's hero power by just having 2 damage on the board. So that's what he's gonna do until Thijs commits to more minions. But now he has to play something, or he'll discard a card.
Brawl.
Baron Geddon.
You can't play the Baron Geddon or you overdraw.
Yeah. You can't. Yeah, you're right. So it needs to be attack and equip Death Spite, I guess. Yeah.
Seems good to me. That's basically like keeping another card in your hand.
Yeah. Oh, there's a Gomash. So what is he doing here? Lothub?
Doesn't seem bad.
Oh, whoa, whoa. Okay, just passing some more turns. Classic. There's Alex Rasa.
Brawl time.
Yeah, definitely brawl here. Does he throw? I think he throws down his own acolyte as well. He doesn't want the card draw, but he doesn't want his opponent's minions to survive either. So, oh wow, he's gonna make him overdraw here with Whirlwind.
I think this is a good play because he doesn't have any other trigger for executing Alistraza if it wins.
Yeah.
And
That's,
I actually think he's going to axe the acolyte.
before brawl.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, make him overdraw even more. Yeah, I think that's a good play actually. Oh, he's not even gonna use brawl here.
I think a 1 health acolyte, you might as well just use that axe. I mean, why not?
Yeah, I guess. I do think that he's gonna kill the armor smith first though, because that acolyte is not going anywhere, so he might
Yeah.
as well just kill it next turn and.
Yeah.
Oh, but he decides to kill it right now. Interesting. So the clock is on Massan here. Going for the get on here.
I really think Souncing your acolyte may have been the best play there. Even just brawling your own board to get rid of it.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. But I mean, that silence. What can you really silence here? You can silence his opponent's Gromage. That's about it. That's the only card he has remaining that's really silenceable. Like, you don't want to silence your opponent's acolyte. He's not even gonna play it, most likely. But he has to do something here, because he's going to die if he doesn't clear this. I think it's finally the brawl turn we've all been waiting for. He's throwing down the acolyte as well. And
But what if it wins?
then he silences it next turn. Yeah, but it's gonna get killed.
It's gonna get cards is what's gonna happen.
Yeah, if the acolyte wins, it's better than the Geddon winning, but it's worse than the armor smith winning. But he really doesn't want that Geddon to survive. So, oh, the best outcome possible.
Yep.
So he's taking 3 damage per turn here. I think it's finally time to throw out some minions here. Gromage without an enabler or with crew. Like, if he's been counting cards here, he knows that he can't crew taskmaster this, because he knows that his opponent has an execute remaining. So this is a really good play here by Massan, not triggering that enrage effect.
It's not just that. I feel like with the faceless, there's some huge damage potential. Because
Yeah,
if you
for sure.
don't trigger execute, it may actually survive the turn.
Yeah, for sure. So what do you do here?
And the faceless is one of those cards. It wasn't Ysera, but it's the old school Warriors with the faceless, and I think that is like a really big deal in this mirror match. It just happened to be his last card.
Yeah. So he's gonna execute that. And what does Massan really have here? He can throw down a Black Knight. Silence.
I think right now his win condition is playing nothing, so Massan can't use his faceless.
Yeah, that's actually interesting. However, he can always use it on his own minions, like a really shitty minion like Black Knight.
Young Yeti beatdown.
Yeah.
basically.
Well, right now fatigue is higher than Yeti to beat down.
So the Black Knight's gonna come up here. No? What is he? Ah, this is really weird play. I mean, he's seen both Belchers from Thijs, so what do you really want to use that Black Knight on?
Well, we have seen some warriors running like one of Senjin or more recently Hogarinos.
Oh
But
yeah.
he probably has to know that's not in there.
Yeah, he should have the list by now if they've been doing the research properly. Yeah. Lothab seems like a nice play here. He still hasn't seen Brawl either, so he's not gonna play 2 minions here. Just gonna play 1 and armor up. Oh my god, he plays Spellbreaker. That's a really big mistake in my opinion.
I think he should have just played the Spellbreak.
Here's the Brawl. And the winner, the lucky winner is... Oh
The-
god, my theory proves strong. Yet again.
Oh, is the cruel task kind of like an armor smith?
It's not. It has nothing to do with Armorsmith. Armorsmith is just like confirming the theory even more. It's just like it's 50-50 which player wins, and then it's the minion.
Oh, Gromash is a loss. He has to know it's a loss.
Yeah, he hasn't seen a single execute from his opponent. That is.
No, but you have to know Massan's playing faceless. He's drawn every card in his deck. That's the loss.
yeah.
It's not even execute. I mean, yeah, execute's one thing. It's you're not gonna keep your minion, but Massan suddenly has a second Gromash that's already enraged in play.
Yeah, this is GG.
There's no way you can survive the next turn, and there's no way you can kill him.
Get right.
And it seems the slower cards were exactly the ones that mattered.
Yep.
Faceless was huge, and slightly more slower creatures allowed him to stockpile more in the end.
Yeah, for sure. I do believe that Thijs made some big mistakes as well in this game, like playing that drag on an empty board instead of Alexstrasza. You really want the value from that Ragnaros to hit a big minion.
Yeah, the Alex sat in his hand the whole game, and he never got to play it.
Yeah.
So
That match was pretty crazy. I definitely like these like super control matches. Good stuff. We're gonna give a little bit of time for Thijs to fix up his next deck, with Massan banning his Shaman and with his Warrior knocked out. He gets to go between Handlock and Hunter. A pretty good idea what he's gonna pick, but who knows? We're gonna see exactly what happens in about a minute's time. Welcome back to Here's Cards. We're going to get into Game 2 of the Losers Final. Got Thijs versus Massan. Massan just took a pretty epic win in Warrior versus Warrior. We kind of expected the slower Warrior deck to win, and man was it slow, so we can't be too surprised with the outcome.
Yeah, definitely.
But how do you feel?
Yeah, go on.
How do you feel like the slowness of the Warrior deck would play into like a Hunter? You think it's just a crushing disadvantage?
Yeah, I mean he does have the Baron Geddon, which is great against hunters. However, he's not running like Ooze like Thijs was doing. He's not running Whirlwind, he's not running Unstable Ghoul, so it might be hard matching up here against Hunter, even though you're a warrior. But it's not gonna be the Hunter.
Gonna be the handlock. I think both are reasonably favored. I mean, generally a handlock I think would do better against any given warrior. And because Massan has the more controlling kind, I think he has somewhat of a chance here.
He does have BGH as well, and a Spellbreaker, so this matchup is actually not that bad for the warrior. Not that bad at all.
I mean, not as bad as it can be.
Yeah.
I'd say. I think he's still not favored to win, but
For sure.
it's been won before.
It certainly has. He has a Drake in his hand, which is really good. Thinking about going for Ancient Watcher and Silence here, but I do think you should just wait for the Drake.
Yeah, I agree. The Watcher, when it's a couple turns late, is just not as powerful.
Okay, he's got 2 removal cards now to 1 threat from the handlock. So this might end up coming into play. Because from what I can see, he's not going to be able to build a board, and he's just going to continue to build up that armor total.
Yeah, it's too bad that he was 2 mana short of, or 2 armor short of shield slamming that instead of executing it. But sometimes the way the cookie crumbles. Ancient Watcher coming out, pretty good considering you have both Shadowflame and Silence and Argus. Like you have a lot of things to enable that one.
But with the Belcher, like, what is your option even? Do you want to do an early taunt up? I mean, you also have to keep in mind, like, one other card that isn't really in that many warrior decks, I mean, it wasn't in Thijs's, is the Black Knight. Maslan has that as well. He has, like, all the removal.
Oh, yeah. But you rather get a Belcher Black Knighted than, for example, a Mountain Giant or a Molten Giant.
Absolutely.
So you're not too sad about Belcher being Black Knighted, but that's not gonna be the case here. I would,
It makes sense if you want to kill the top end of the Belcher.
Yeah, but I mean...
You can kill both ends with the weapon.
Yeah. This is actually a bit weird to me, because it doesn't really matter if your Belcher is at 4 health or 2 health. Shadowflame would still wreck this. Yeah, I guess Hellfire is one of those cards, but Hellfire doesn't kill your Armorsmith, so it's not that good. And it also damages your...
Coil would.
Oh yeah, Hellfire and Coil, yeah. But this is gonna be a Shadowflame, I believe. Shadowflame, or...
You can silence and then Shadowflame to clear.
Yeah. Oh, he's just gonna silence his own and Argus it, I guess.
And you can silence and Shadowflame. And just fully clear the board here.
You mean silence his Belcher? Yeah, but he's trying to silence his own Ancient Watcher.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
Ooh, that's a bad discard.
Yeah.
It's a really bad discard. He should have played that first. Like, he should have healed this up his Ancient Watcher first. Oh, Ty's playing this sloppy. He's thinking about life tapping now. This is
Well played.
really bad played, actually.
Wouldn't you just Argus in this spot? Now that
Cover
you've
up
made
your
the mistake.
mistakes. Yeah, I guess that is the best.
That was a mistake.
Yeah. Oh, he's just going for a brawl, straight up.
Well, every creature on the board dies to the axe.
Yeah.
Can't blame him for that, but you can perhaps blame him for using Brawl this early.
Yeah, he has a nice amount of armor now though, so he can deal with the giants coming up. But we still haven't seen a single giant, and that Lothab is actually a pretty good top deck.
Yeah, it kind of just blocks his whole turn here.
You don't want to be using a Shield Slam on a Lothab, do you? Oh, I guess with the big game draw you do.
Oh my god.
Had you not drawn the big game, I think you may have considered like some terrible play like Belcher or something.
I still think that he would have shield slam, because if you don't kill that, then he's gonna remove a lot of your armor and you won't be able to shield slam anything either way. I mean, I guess Belcher just dies to the Lothab pretty easily.
Yeah. There's Hellfire.
Hmm.
Oh, there's a card that wins you the game by itself.
Yeah, do you want to Siphon Soul here? Or what do you want to do? This is like a really awkward hand. 2 Shadow Flames, 2 Siphon Souls. He's just gonna pass here.
Siphon Soul's fine with 2.
Yeah, he's trying to get some Shadow Flame value, I believe.
How risky do you think Jiraxis is, knowing that you're playing against Harrison? I mean, there's no bigger dream
Yeah,
than
exactly. I mean, he has a Molten Giant in his hand. I do believe that he's looking to
Play out the giant first.
yeah, play the Molten Giant first, especially when you have a Hellfire as well to get you a bit lower.
You guys are not familiar with the Jiraxis Molten Giants?
Yeah.
The 5 life, 10 mana Molten Giants?
Oh yeah, those. I've heard about those. I've never seen them in play though.
I have actually, yeah.
Oh wow. Arena?
No, actually I think Constructed. Early on with the deck.
He picks up a Mountain Giant. Usually pretty good, but he has the perfect answer, which is BGH.
I feel like if you don't have Hellfire here, you risk dying, so you have to like at least Shadow Flame.
Yeah, he's gonna Shadow Flame for sure, and next turn might be a Hellfire, most likely, because that BGH is gonna come down. He's getting ridiculously close to dying here now, though.
That was one off lethal.
Yeah,
if
one off lethal.
Yeah, now he's actually dead. If he drew Cruel Task there, that was game.
Actually, he's not dead just yet. He can Hellfire and heal himself back up and play that Molten Giant. That's actually pretty sick. Yeah. So now he needs to top deck Cruel Taskmaster. Otherwise, this can actually get out of hand if he gets that Jiraxis. Baron Geddon.
Burn.
Well, that's something.
Yeah.
It's overall 1 life gain for the handlock. Basically.
Yeah,
but it's also another turn that the Warlock doesn't actually do much. It's another turn you can draw Cruel Task.
Yeah. Oh, he's thinking about... Oh... Okay, so he's gonna use... Okay, so he's gonna use Soulfire and Mortal Coil here to clear that. But if he discards that Mortal Coil, then he's gonna have to sacrifice the 3-1. But it's not too bad. Not too bad at all.
Yeah, 3-1 is pretty worthless. And Cruel Task is still lethal.
Yeah. He needs to get that taunt as fast as possible. Or raise his opponent down before that.
Or Harrison on the Warrior would be pretty fun here. 7 cards.
Yeah.
He wouldn't even discard. Look at that.
Ooh. Okay, so actually now, yeah, he's going for it. He got that silence, and he's killing off that 3-1. It's very likely
And he has
that...
the weapon for the next one, right?
Exactly. So 1 damage of lethal. Let's see if Massan can make a comeback here, or a Thijs rather.
Oh, he's got the Siphon Soul, which you'll have to play. Oh, see,
Yeah.
there you go. Playable. 6-mana Molten Giant.
Let's see here. He will actually survive here with Siphon Soul.
Yep.
And,
Not by much, but he will.
yeah. So does he have another? Despite? I don't remember. That is lethal.
I think he does.
Rag is potential lethal. See what he gets. Oh, he really needs that taunt right now. One card to rule them all. Let's see what it is.
I think he's got 3 taunt enablers left. I think chance is very high here.
Oh, can he do something?
You can
oh,
mortal
yeah,
take
claw,
Twilight
Ow.
Drake silence and get that. Wow, that would
he
be
can just
hilarious.
silence something.
Oh yeah,
He
oh
doesn't
yeah.
have He doesn't have to just. What are you on, bro? That's.
Too much
Oh,
news.
he doesn't get it though. Oh my god.
He's so dead. My favorite.
I mean-
if he would have used Twilight Drake, silenced the Twilight Drake, and then Mortal Coil the Twilight Drake, he would have gotten it for sure.
Oh, okay.
But
That's
then he
how
wouldn't
it
have had
works.
the mana to play it. Cap.
Yeah, he's got 4 cards left. I'm pretty sure that's 2 Sun Furies and an Argus in there.
No, what? Wait. It's 1 Sun Fury. If you play your Drake and then silence it and then coil, that's 7 mana. You can get a Sun Fury off that, bro.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, you better back up, bro. My
Whoa,
play.
whoa.
Wow. Well, Thijs is on his last deck here, and Massan cleaning up with Warrior. It might actually be Massan Colento, round
Again.
3 of the tournament.
Yeah.
But at least in my book, it would be pretty fair. I mean, Massan takes 1 round 3-1, Colento takes another 3-1, and then the grand slam. I'm into this.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see. I think that Massan might switch up his banning strategy as well for the final round against Colento.
There is no banning strategy. In the final round, it's best of 7. You play every deck.
Oh, you have +1 deck as well.
Yep.
Oh yeah. You have a +1 deck. Okay, I see.
All right, guys. We're going to give Thijs a minute breather here before he runs his hunter into a control warrior. And when we come back, we may be preparing for the grand final. So we'll see you guys in a bit. Don't miss it.
I go to sleep, open my eyes, I'm looking down. Whenever you're calling, baby, you know I turn around. I see your face, but not one sound. Whatever is calling, baby, you know I turn around. Baby, you know I turn around. Baby, you know I turn around. Baby, you know I turn
Welcome back to Game 3, Thijs versus Massan. How do you expect this to roll out? I mean, it seems like the slower controller may not be the worst thing. It still has some of these little creature destroyers. I feel like the chances aren't too much worse than the handlock match.
Yeah. As you said, he's not running a lot of early early drops like Unstable Ghouls, Whirlwinds, so it might be hard, but it's still Hunter versus Warrior. If you pick up that War Axe early on, it's like super hard for the Hunter to compete. Um,
Yeah,
One
but
thing
he
to also
only
consider
has.
is that
Yeah, he
I
only
was
has the
thinking
work.
that. Oh, sorry.
things.
Yeah,
Okay, you go.
Massan after the warrior, he's got rogue and shaman, and neither of those are particularly good against hunter.
Yeah. I
So
think that
this is still anybody's.
yeah, if he wins this matchup, he might be able to make a comeback, but Warrior will always be a bit favored versus Hunter, but not by much when you play this greedy control warrior that Massan is playing.
Ooh, War Axe pickup is good.
Yeah, that's really good.
I like the armor smith much more here though.
Yeah, for sure. Now you can clear both of them.
This is where you want that Colento cleave, man.
Yeah. So let's see, what trap is this?
I mean, if that's freeze, that's terrible.
Yeah,
You need
it's
to
really
freeze an armor smith,
yeah.
a half-dead armor smith, let alone.
Okay, so it is freezing. I would assume since he killed that, but maybe he would have. If it was Snake Trap, do you think he would have played the Knife Juggler?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think in either case you do that play though.
Hmm.
Like even if it's not freeze, you want to try like bluff freeze.
Okay, so it is Snake Trap.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Knife Juggler hero power seems fair here. That Direwolf Alpha is actually pretty good with Unleash to combo later on.
I think Massan's gonna hit the knife juggler here.
after
Yeah,
playing the
it's-
Acolyte, I like that so much.
Yeah.
He knows
Oh
exactly
yeah.
what he's doing.
Get those
Give me
knives.
those cards. Give me them cards.
You want
Oh.
two, I think, here.
All of those are gonna hit face. Oh, watch it happen.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. One card.
Oh,
Very
you
good
clicked it.
card.
See, you gotta
Oh.
click it there.
So that's how
Yeah.
it works. Okay. I
That's
have to
how
keep
it
that in
works.
mind.
The Hearthstone mechanics, man.
So most likely, actually, there's actually a couple of options here. You don't have to coin out your Savannah High main. The Direwolf Alpha is not bad with the Animal Companion. You don't want to get. Oh, he gets the Leok. Okay, so then you don't want to play the Direwolf Alpha then. Then you can actually use hero power.
Dice is using a lot of damage to control the board. Do you agree with this type of strategy?
It's fine. I would, although I don't like him playing the Direwolf Alpha there just to get one more damage to face. I think that it's really nice to save for your Unleash, but maybe it's a bit more damage actually to play it now. But Brawl might have been a possibility.
Mm-hmm. I think here with he's thinking about using Leroy.
Yeah, and finishing off the game with Kill Command. Leroy's is 7 damage, 9, 11, 14 damage, and 15 damage, 16 damage with hero power. He can do 6. Oh my god, it's 1 damage of lethal actually.
Yeah.
1 damage of lethal. Then I maybe would have considered going Leroy there and then unleash
Yeah, but
Kill Command.
next turn you can do Leroy coin kill command.
Yeah, you can.
That's what he was saving the coin for.
Ah, that all makes sense now.
All been made clear.
Yeah, this is.
I mean, Massan's dead. You look at what he's about to do right now.
Yeah,
He's gone.
I'm not sure if there's any play that can save him here. Let's see if he looks into execute. Yeah, if he shields looks into execute, he's not dead, but fairly unlikely. Fairly unlikely.
I think the doggy represents more damage than the high main. Because if you kill the doggy, it represents 3 extra damage. The high main is only 2. So here, if you really wanted to survive, you would just death bite the doggy. Yeah.
Yeah, and you kill off the snake.
Is that
Oh.
enough?
Let's see here.
I think it is. I think he gets to live 1 turn. I think that was a very good play.
If he Leroy's
That was
here,
the only play. I think the shield block stuff was not going to work.
Leroy's attacks, gets 1 armor up to 14, then 2 doggies into that.
He's 1 damage off lethal.
16. Oh wow.
Kill commanding the Belcher is the most efficient, and then bowing down the 1-2 is the most efficient. And you have 6 and 6.
Yeah.
I like this play. This is basically like another setup for next turn. Next turn you have Unleash Leroy. Or Leroy Unleash. Oh, you don't want to do Unleash Leroy. That's not a good
No.
combo. That's... that doesn't need nerfing.
Yeah, let's see here. He needs an execute. Gets a brawl. Let's assume that the spider survives. Then he's actually 5-7. He's dead. Yeah. Dead. He's dead no matter what.
He's dead no matter what, but as far as he's concerned, he's calculating the possibilities here.
Yeah.
And his best chance on his side of the board is to attack the little spider and then brawl.
Yep.
And Armorsmith is going to win for sure.
But he doesn't want Armorsmith to win. He wants the spider to win. Because then it's 1 less damage.
Well, no one's winning except Dice and his Hunter deck.
Yeah.
Good issue.
That's
Double
16
Unleash.
life, but that's not gonna work. You need old Unleash and old Leroy for that combo.
Yeah.
4 mana Leroy, 2 mana Unleash. Anyone interested in that?
I don't want to remember those horrible days. I had many nightmares.
Well, in those horrible days, there was no Mad Scientist Undertaker, so I mean,
Yeah, that's
you know,
true.
how much have we really moved on?
Imagine both of them at. Wait,
Oh my God.
were they ever played both of them at the same time?
No.
No, you got nerfed before. Yeah.
2 mana Unleash never existed with Nex.
Yeah.
Well, Dice does take the Hunter game. We did give him pretty good odds, and I think we'll continue to give him pretty good odds against the remainder of Massan's lineup, which is it's Shaman Rogue, I believe.
Yeah.
So the reality is, this is anyone's game. I mean, he just had to win that match for it to really even out, in my opinion. And now that he has, we're back on track to a very close losers final here. We're going to give Massan a little bit of time to decide how he wants to handle this loss, which deck he wants to play next, and we'll see you guys in Welcome back, guys, to the losers final, Game 4, Thijs versus Massan. Massan's up a game, but do you feel being up a game is, considering the poor matchups here, giving him the favorite?
I would say it's a
Like
50-50.
which spot do you want to be in right now? Do you want to be in
I
Thijs's or Massan's?
would say that it's probably a 50-50 from here on out. I couldn't choose a side. If I had to choose a slight edge, I would probably give it to Massan, but not that much.
I don't know. I always want to be the hunter player in every given scenario if the other guy is a hunter.
Even though
Okay.
you're down 2 games or down 1 to
I
2.
could be down 10 games, man. 11-0 hunter.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you. I know that Hunter is really strong, but I do think that Massan has a slight edge here, being up 2-1 to winning this series. Oh wow, and yeah, okay. I'm not sure about that Lothab keep. I know Lothab is really good against Miracle Rogue, but without the coin, it's just so slow. You're gonna have a really bad
you also have
here.
to keep in mind this is King Lothab. He has the web spinner, the golden web spinners beside him. He's blessed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense now.
Well, in that hand is deadly poison, prep, conceal, coin.
Yeah.
There's one card that's missing from it. You know which one?
The fairy dragon.
That one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow, I can't believe you picked that up, by the way.
That's pretty funny, isn't it?
Yeah. Now the only thing missing is another prep, some backstabs. You're all set.
Farseers and pretty much everything else.
I think just a 3-drop here is what's missing.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's actually not that bad.
Hundra Rhino Hyena.
Yeah.
It's a turn 7 4 damage combo. Get it.
Well, no, the idea is that if the high main stays up 1 turn, you got some serious problems because you drop the Rhino and the Scavenging Hyena on the same turn. And if you can suicide it, it's just like you instantly lose and you can't see it coming.
Yeah.
Hero power every turn.
Well, there's Blade Flurry. Holy cow.
He's gonna coin out. Ooh.
Yeah, but it's straight into Lothab.
Coin
This is-
auctioneer prep conceal
don't
into
like that.
Lothab. Oh my lord.
This is so bad. You should have coined out the Drake instead. This is.
You
I'm
get
telling you,
money
man,
left here.
that Lothab, he was blessed. You didn't believe me.
Yeah, but now I do. I will never doubt you again.
The base Lothab comes down right now.
Yeah. Stand
Well.
up, Drake.
Oh, that would have been nice this turn.
Oh,
Didn't
I'm
even
very
attack.
I'm very surprised it didn't attack there. Because his opponent does not have a bow, and if it gets frozen, it's not that bad. You have so many
Yeah,
spells.
it's a good
and...
thing.
Huh.
Something has to attack.
But we know it's a snake trap, right?
We know, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just attacking face, I think, was very reasonable. Like, I don't think that would even require much thought.
Yeah.
I think if you're Thijs right now, you're like, oh, he doesn't want to attack me. What would I play considering this fact?
Yeah, this is really weird. I mean, when are you going to attack? You don't have anything to, like... Something is
You
gonna
just-
get bounced back.
Yeah.
If you believe it's freezing. Which is not the case. So you would have gotten 4 damage there.
That is a punk move. Auto and face. Put him to 12. You already got Leroy.
Oh, so big Edwin, are you going to use that prep, bro? Is it prep
I
time?
like it. I think it's
Yeah.
prep time.
All in. Is he even running Hunter's Mark?
No.
No.
No. How do you deal with this? You can never deal with this when
Attack!
Leaf.
Attack!
He's
Attack!
waiting. He's
Is he,
waiting for the pirate, bro.
he wants to use the pirate.
Oh
I have no
And he
idea
doesn't
what-
want to give him a bow charge. If it's in fact freezing. And the spell power is not that bad either for next turn.
Well, remember what I said about that high main? About if it stays alive one turn?
He
Uh-huh.
won't.
It probably will get sapped, but if it doesn't, we're gonna see some like fireworks going on.
Yeah.
If I'm counting correctly, I think I am. He's just dead next turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He should have just put him to 12, I think.
Well, he can kill
No,
the Azure Drake. He can
he's-
kill the
he's
Azure
not-
Drake.
He's not dead. Poison, Blade Flurry is 11. South Decan 13. 17 with the Drake. 27 with the Edwin. He's 1 damage of lethal. Unless the top decks a cold blood or something.
You know what could have done 1 damage?
Kappa.
The Drake
Auctioneer.
or the Auctioneer.
Yeah.
Actually,
They
it could have
could-
done like 8
Eight,
times
yeah.
1 damage.
Okay, on this turn, he should definitely go Tundra Rhino with the Direwolf and push and just hope.
Which
That is
phase?
for sure the play. Yeah.
Yeah.
At this point, you just got to. The Leroy will give his opponent lethal.
You don't think it's a good play to
Oh. He just gave him lethal. Oh, and missed attack! Oh my god. What are you doing, guys? Went full rope, not there.
Massan just attacked the whelp and realized it wasn't freeze trap this whole time.
Yeah. It's like, fuck. Oh man.
Well, it would be amazing if Massan didn't kill him here. So
Yeah. But I
all he
doubt
has to
that.
do is press that Blade Flurry button right now. There's the button.
Big. I don't know.
Double well played. I think that's very just for that game there.
Double whelps played.
Yeah. Well, Massan takes it. That was an unbelievable rogue hand, and it seemed a little wasted, but it didn't seem to matter. Quite convincing win. And we're going to take a little bit of a break, but when we come back, we are going to see the match you guys have all been waiting for, the grand final of Massan and Colento yet again. Whoa.
Oh.
Wait, what? Their 3rd time meeting up in this tournament. And
But we're gonna see 2 new decks, right? One for each
yeah,
player.
so it's actually a big deal. Like when you have to play all of your decks, when you can't ban something, I think the more well-rounded setup is just going to win. And looking back,
But best of 7, that doesn't make sense to me because they have an extra deck for the finals, so they have 5 decks each in total. Then
No,
they have
4.
to ban. No, they have 4 right now, and then they have.
and one
plus-
gets banned. That's why it's best of 5.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
for
but
the
if they're adding another deck, yeah.
yeah, then they need to add a ban as well. Otherwise, it's best of 9 with 5 decks. So
What? Each of them have 4 classes. They're basically playing all 4 classes.
no. They're adding an extra deck for the finals and a new deck.
Oh.
And they're adding 1 more deck, so they have 5 decks in the finals. And if it's best of 7, they still need to ban 1, if I'm not mistaken.
Alright, well, we're taking a 6-minute break and we're going to figure this all out. So, in any case, we'll keep you guys
Yeah.
informed with information we can all agree on then. In the meantime, let you guys know the giveaway is still going on. If you are logged in to Hitbox, follow the channel. You click on some vote thingy above your chat box and you can win a €20 Battle.net gift card. And if you miss any of the matches, you can check it out on YouTube. YouTube account is Chaos Contingency. Chaos is spelled K-A-O-S Contingency, correct spelling. So check it out. We're going to set up for the grand final match here. Stay tuned, about 6 minutes, and I'll see you guys then.
enabled. Turbo mode enabled. Let's play pinball. Pinball. Turbo mode. Enabled. 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 Pinball. Turbo mode enabled. Turbo mode enabled. Let's play pinball. Pinball.
Welcome back, guys. We made it. We're at the grand final, and we're seeing two very familiar players. I think these players have actually played the most matches, and both have only lost one match. And that one match has so far been against each other. I mean, that's as fitting as you could get for a grand final, I guess. And we did get some clarification on the format. There was a little bit of confusion on both our parts. So the players are indeed adding a deck. They're adding a class. In fact, both players have added priests to their rosters. In addition to that, because of the added class, there are going to be bans. So Massan's decks are Shaman, Warlock, Warrior, Rogue, plus Priest. Kolento is Shaman, Warlock, Warrior, Hunter, plus Priest. So Massan has the Rogue, Kolento has the Hunter. And each of them have banned each other's Warlocks. So they're both playing Shaman, they're both playing Warrior, they're both playing Priest. Massan is playing Rogue, and Kolento is playing Hunter. What do you think?
Yeah, the Warlock ban definitely make more sense now that both players have Priest.